Hi, welcome to another episode of That's the Thing to Overture. It is episode 26, and it is Wednesday, July the 11th.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
I'm Drew.
And I'm no one.
Okay, water bottle talk. I think that one of the secretly genius slash psyop things that happened was that in school.
Happened when?
What?
Happened when?
Happened when? Okay, yeah. When schools and stuff, they allowed you to have water as a drink that you could bring with you. Like it was in schools and works, and that got me to like bring a water bottle and drink a lot of water, and now I just drink a lot of water.
So I will drink a lot of water, but I have to keep the water bottle where I can see it actively in front of me throughout the day. Otherwise, I forget.
Yeah.
I just have like some cups in the sink.
No, I have to have it on a desk or somewhere next to the bed, or I'm not going to drink.
Yep.
See, I just have like I always have like a plastic cup or something near like every sink. So whenever I go in there, I'm like, oh, I'll just take a glass of water.
That's what we do for our cats. We just have like water balls throughout the house, so they're constantly reminded to drink water.
Yeah, I'm saying it works. If it works for a cat, it works for a man. That's how I do it, because like I go into the bathroom and do my tinkle, wash my hands, and then I look and I see like there's a glass. It's like, oh yeah, I can just fill up a glass of fill up a little cup of water and take a sip.
Take a little sippy.
Keep hydrated. It
what
works.
What would Ginjaro do?
It works really good.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So Kevin, you're just an animal, and you need that there.
Yeah. Oh, extremely.
But he's not like the romantic kind of animal that women always say they want.
No, this is like the metamorphosis Kafka animal. Woken up to become a beast. I'm just like, yeah, that's how it is.
No, you're Rob Schneider's the animal.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, no woman wants that.
No.
No.
Believe me. Man, I gotta get like a haircut sometime, but I don't want to.
Me too.
I really don't want to, but I gotta get it. And it's that kind of specific haircut where, due to how like my hair simultaneously thins and curls, it looks like I'm way more bald than I actually am.
Oh.
That's super annoying.
Oh, it sucks, because it's like all right, we're gonna curl to the center, but you don't have enough, so it looks like awful. And I'm like, oh, this looks terrible. But like,
have you used a beard brush to brush it?
Oh, I mean, I have like a comb and like if I comb it, it looks like I have like a comb and like an actual hairbrush, and it looks fine when I actually comb it. It's just like it'll be times where I've like taken a shower and because like my afternoon walk, I took a shower and then I had to like go out for dinner or something, and I'll see myself in the mirror. It's like, uh-oh. Everything dried weirdly.
Wait, do you not brush your hair after every shower?
No. Because usually I shower. Usually I shower in the evening. I like to shower before bed.
But I have to shower. Like, I do not want my hair on my face. And like, I don't want those oils on my forehead. So like, I brush my hair religiously after every shower.
Oh, I don't do that at all.
So this sounds like a you problem.
Oh, there's
Devin.
many me problems. There's hundreds of hours of quote unquote content you can find about my issues. But yeah.
A couple items from last week.
All right.
One, Kevin is correct. Panty is the best choice.
Thank you.
I want a what's the phrasing I just saw like 2 seconds ago? Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, you can just go on to number 2. You'll come back.
And then number 2. Hold up, I should have written this down.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, Drew's thinking.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, I want a powerful, bitchy woman who will ruin me.
Yeah, there you go. But see, Panty also kind of cares about you,
He
like deep
does.
inside. That to me, that's what
Exactly.
elevates her. Stalking doesn't, which I
Yep.
can also see the appeal.
Stalking does care though. There's a whole literal episode about her caring.
And not as much.
Yeah, she cared enough about that shitty ghost to send him to the afterworld.
Yeah,
And then it played chocolate, and then you got sad.
but that's like the ghost. That's not a human.
She loved it still.
Doesn't
She's not a human. She's an angel.
No, technically she's a demon. She was a demon all
No,
along.
she's an angel possessed by demons.
We'll
She's
find
an
out.
angel devil. Oh, I got a sick new idea for an anime.
Oh, there you go, Angel Devil. So she is Angel Devil from the hit manga Chainsaw Man. Speaking of which, it's Chainsaw Man Tuesday.
Oh, and then my
Yeah.
second thing is Kevin. So like, you should just get on co-host. Co-host is just like new Tumblr. Like,
And,
granted, it's not as depressing as regular Tumblr, but
No.
you should go ahead and shore up a co-host.
see, but I
because
like
it's Tumblr,
current Tumblr.
but it's Tumblr, but porn's allowed. And so Tumblr's never going to re-allow porn because they want to be on app stores. And if you're on an app store, you can't have pornography allowed.
True.
You
That
gotta
means I have to
gotta
make another
moderate
account
that.
for social media. I don't want to do that.
I don't know. Co-host's pretty good though.
But yeah, okay. What else?
So those are the only. Oh, and also you said Facebook is launching their Twitter, but they had already launched it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Is that like, what is it called? Is it Threads, or
Threads.
something?
Yeah, it's Threads.
That's what we're like. Elon's calling Zuckerberg a cuckold.
Yeah, but Elon's mom won't let him fight Zuckerberg.
That's very true.
He's
Apparently,
too dainty.
Zuckerberg does like MMA stuff or whatever.
Oh yeah, he does judo.
Like
I
think
mean, even just look at him. Like, Elon's like very large.
I mean, he has like the weight,
Zuckerberg
but
is in shape.
see, like he has the weight advantage, but there's no like nothing behind the weight advantage.
Yeah,
Like
so he's just gotta get tired real fast.
like he's just rotund. He has like a fridge body.
His one advantage is, no damage to his face will make it worse.
That's true.
Yeah. That also a damage is that like Zuckerberg's alien like a robot. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
Oh,
His silicon based bones cannot break. His
Look,
reptilian.
Mark Zuckerberg is an android, all right? So,
I lean towards reptilian.
yeah.
I'm always on board with the reptilians.
He's a cybernetic reptilian.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Like he's like a hybrid.
He's got the lizard exoskeleton, but he's got the internal pistons and artificial muscle.
I could see it. He's like the how the XCOM hybrids did.
Yeah.
It's like one of those.
I want to see him have Elon pinned, and he rears his fist back to punch, and his elbow extends into a piston.
Oh yeah, it pops out, gives him that sudden impact.
God, I can imagine Elon going and go, Mama, the mean Facebook man wants to beat me up. Like,
It's also you get to see like all his like shenanigans of like he buys Twitter and then he thinks he like created it. Like
he buys Twitter and says, "Good, we don't need all those social engineer platform people. Let's see what they make. I'm suing them for making another Twitter."
yeah.
No, what was that tweet where he's like, "Oh look, I really hope if they were so good, I really hope they're best on whatever project they're doing." Immediately leaves and starts Threads. How dare you?
I think it just says something really about you as a human being. when I'm rooting for Mark Zuckerberg.
I know. Fucking
when I'm looking at
hell.
Mark Zuckerberg, I'm
Look
like,
here, look.
I'm in your camp.
I'm cheering for Mark because I'm American and I like to cheer for Americans instead of foreigners.
There you go. There you go. But I
But
just
Nolan,
Yeah.
Elon is African American.
that's true.
Yeah.
The
No, it's
real-
just South African.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Oh,
different.
okay, yeah, that's funny.
That the
I
South.
thought you might also. I also hope you were going to say something about, and the Supreme Court just killed affirmative action.
Oh yeah.
Ah, see, that's
I-
like a well nuanced joke that I'm not like here for. I'm not prepared for that. That takes
That's
thinking.
too many layers. That's too many layers of terrible.
Yeah, but apparently
That's a drawn together joke.
that would be a drawn together joke. I want to make sure before I forget. I really want to complain about the Peacock series, The Lost Symbol, because I hate
What's
it.
a lost symbol?
The Lost Symbol is a Peacock adaptation of a Dan Brown book. Dan Brown, who basically wrote the Da Vinci Code, a book that I do enjoy. I liked that book. I feel it serves the same purpose as National Treasure of you can watch this or read this. Like, I didn't watch the movie of the Da Vinci Code, but the book I enjoyed because it was short. I could read it. I think I read it on either a trip, which is like its purpose, where it's like the chapters are all like 5 pages long, so you can read it and then get up and go board the plane. And it was like, it's pretty good. But the whole
You
point.
can read it at the beach and not care if it gets ruined.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean that, like, Drew, you say that, but that's like the whole, like, it's hard to explain, but that's its biggest selling point is like it's fine.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
And I endorse it. I liked it. It's just stimulating enough where you're like, oh, that's cool, but it moves quickly. So the lost symbol is takes away all of the speed. It's the pace is turned into glacial, that glacial prestige TV.
Oh.
And it is the first show, at least in recent memory, I've thought of, where they have introduced psychic powers are real, and it's ruined the show. Like, there is legit, at some point, the characters just start doing magic and psychic powers, and I hate it. Because the whole conceit of, like, that Dan Brown National Treasure is we have to solve the mystery to, like, oh, let's see what, like, the founding fathers made in the super box that was in the Declaration of Independence, and we need to get it to find the gold. But, like, that doesn't matter anymore once you have a man who, after getting shot with a bullet, can use his psychic powers to, like, push the bullet out of himself and heal. Like we're on a different planet, and like Ben Franklin's lost gold no longer matters.
Yeah, how do I get these psychic powers should immediately become the new quest for our hero.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter. And one of the purposes is they used like they bring a guy in who's a psychic, and he does like psychic readings to find one of the people who were kidnapped, and he was like pretty accurate.
And why aren't they using him to find the other lost stuff?
This is my biggest complaint with the show. Is that, like, I'm like, no one should care. Like, the United States government should not care about the Illuminati secret, the Freemason secret pyramid, when there is a man in Turkish prison who has literal healing powers. That is of number one control. It's just this tattooed man, and he goes like, "I can heal you," and he like healed the one guy. I'm like, this is like earth shattering. They're trying to make like, oh, but the Freemason pyramid might lead to like the psychic powers, but it's like, no, but the psychic powers are already out there.
Just ask him what it is.
I would respect the hell out of Dan Brown if someone asked him that, and he would just like took a second to stop and think like, "Oh fuck."
Oh shit! I didn't think about that.
I did not think that one through.
No, apparently the psychic powers were not in the book. This was added for the show.
Wait, huh?
Because this is like a show adaptation of one of his books or whatever.
Why?
So basically, to make it longer slash whatever, they added like psychic powers. So this is the executives missed the point.
The writers had something he's been working on for a while, and he's like, "What if I just slip this into the Dan Brown show?" Everybody'd be like, "Wow, that psychic power part was really cool."
Man, I really loved it when the guy like breathed really heavily and then was able to go like, and like heal. That was really cool.
Well, it's not got like half a dozen min powers I've been thinking about, and I got to use them somewhere.
I really liked it when the guy had like his like literal hypnotic like sensory deprivation tank that he can control what's in it due to like the temperature and literally put a man inside like his own super hell for reasons. And you're just like, what is going on? And I'm the kind of person that likes that kind of thing. I like the escalation to magic, but it does not work. One, when done bad, and two, when
Yeah.
you're doing like your show is trying to be like, here's like the realist, quote unquote, like it's not real, but it's like here's the plausible of like, oh, here, look at the meanings of like the paintings and the architecture and the symbolism.
Yeah, it's taking all the occult and mythology and be like, well, there's really none of that, but there are clues and meanings hidden within them. And then so it's like, no, but all that stuff is also real.
Yeah, it's like no, it doesn't. It's you've. The whole point is like you've lost the meaning of what makes it interesting. Of like the like no, because usually those books are like the villain believes it's real and is trying to do like a terrorism or something, and then the hero is always like, no, it's not real, but I have to solve the riddle to stop the guy doing the terrorism. Because he thinks if he detonates the bombs on like Leonardo da Vinci's ley lines, he'll become a god. But really, we just gotta make sure that like 1,000 people don't get blown up.
Okay, so this is the impossible. This is Evil Knievel jump in the Grand Canyon. Like they are not smart enough for this to be the end of season one. But if season one ends with Hellboy showing up and it turns into a BPRD show,
Okay, like there are
no,
ways.
Y'all were civilians, and now you've been.
So
Sorry.
like we have 2 episodes to go. I think this series ends with Robert Langdon having a psychic like symbology fight with the man, which is really stupid. And it's not how that's supposed to work. Also, like just other aspects of the show are kind of bad. Like the music sounds like this very weird like pseudo synth they put on it, and I don't understand why. Yeah. Like it reminds me of like Deus Ex, but like Mass Effect. That kind of like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what is this? Like I don't get it. It's very weird. But yeah, I hate that show. I gotta finish it. But I just wanted to complain because it's the first thing where they introduce psychic powers in a show, and I'm like, I hate everything about this.
This is a show where the psychic powers don't really add anything. It's just there.
Yeah, well, it's that they actively detract from the show.
Yeah.
Now I want a bunch of mystery shows just throwing in psychic powers.
Like that would be a cool, like I believe like season 1 of True Detective or something had like it wasn't it was like implied like the implication of psychic powers I like. Yeah. Where you have like
you want psych.
Yeah, no, psych was fake. That was fine. That's the whole point.
Yeah, that's the implication of psychic powers.
I'm saying like you have like
but what if he did have psychic powers?
I say like you have like an episode of like Columbo or something, and then like he solves the case, but there's like 1 or 2 aspects that might have been Ghost.
Is that Ghost Whisperer where like she can talk to ghosts, so the ghost will tell her the solution to the crime, and then the episode is her having to find the evidence to back up the ghost claims?
I
because you
don't
can't
know.
just say in a court of law, the ghost told me that they killed her.
I don't know. See, I just that
Zach Baggins,
sounds.
get out of
Yeah,
here.
get out of here, Zach Baggins. Ghost Adventures has been showing up a lot. Sometimes it shows up in burst. Like a lot of my Twitter and social media feeds have been talking about Ghost Adventures.
The best Ghost Adventures was Ghost Hunters when they kept sending people down into the hallway where the bats were, and they didn't tell them there were bats down there. So it's something they'd be down there, then it's like something actually real, like shows up on the sonogram, and then they hear stuff, and then like, and then it's like, oh, it's bats.
I watched
No,
the
no,
Brendan
it's all
Daniel
real.
video about his favorite ghost hunter, and it was the one Ghost Adventures. It's one where they went to like Goat Man's Bridge, and all the people were pretending to be possessed by like the devil. And you see like Zach Baggett's like, I'm having violent thoughts.
No, it's
And I'm like, well done. Good job.
that's up there with Zach Baggins has to wear glasses because of the demon cube.
Oh yeah, the demon cube that like blinded him, and he's like, oh, it's so
Blinded him,
strong.
He has to wear glasses now.
I looked at the demon cube, and now I'm blind. Oh man. But what if it I think the whole Ghost Adventures thing is like but there's like this deep, at least for me, feeling of like I want it to be real though. I think it'd be really hilarious if like Zach Baggins did find like ghost and paranormal things and still like no one believes him and he just has his show on the Travel Channel. Drew is BRB, but I'm still gonna keep talking.
No, yeah.
Keep talking about Zach Baggins.
There's so many Travel Channel. I don't know why that's the Travel Channel, because the Travel Channel used to be about, hey, look at these cool locations, and hey, look at this amazing food that you can find in different locations. And now it's just about ghosts and monsters.
Well, it's
and
because
I don't get it.
It's because it's everything eventually turns into reality TV because that actually gets people talking. Like it doesn't matter. You will go to like F tier reality TV like that. Like the natural entropy of the networks is they will find a way to go towards like reality television if given the chance. There was one I was thinking about. It was like it was like Shark Week, and how like I don't like Shark Week used to be a thing, and then if you actually tried to watch any of the shark shows, they're like terrible because they've had to like you get basically you can have a pretty decent animal documentary on a shark, and that's fine. But then you've tried to split that up into like 20 different shows. So you get shows such as like Shark versus Orca, and you're like, the orca wins every time because the killer whale is like the apex predator of the ocean. The shark has no chance.
Oh no, I saw one. It was hippo versus bull shark.
No,
Hippo wins.
Hippo wins.
Hippo dusts him.
There's one. It was like croc versus shark, and it's like, yeah, crocodile wins. Because like, yeah, they're not. The shark that's coming in is like 3-4 feet long, and like the 6-foot alligator's is gonna eat it. That's what it does. And but they try to like make that show for like 30 minutes long, and you're like, no, it doesn't work. Also, I'm just not afraid.
I guess it's mainly because I've watched a lot of, not documentaries, but like videos of scuba divers dealing with sharks.
Yeah,
and just like punch it in the nose or like
get rotated. Yeah, get rotated.
Oh wow, yeah, these guys aren't really in their own home turf. They're not that tough. Never mind.
Well, it's like I've never been afraid of sharks because one, I'm not in the ocean, but two, I think sharks, like any predator, don't want to just attack randomly. Like there's always like a size difference where if you Like if you and a shark are like the same size, it's not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go after the man. It's like, I don't know. And once again, like if you're swimming out there and you're putting like chum around you to get it into like a feeding frenzy, like I can understand it. But that's not like a scenario I will ever encounter, is being in like the shark cage as they're throwing in chum around me.
Yeah, I
Also, they're
feel
just
I am more scared of alligators than I am of sharks.
I would say real talk, I'm more afraid of just a strange dog than I am like
A dog with bad vibes.
well
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like if you're going on a walk or
Hey.
somewhere and you see kind of like a mangy looking dog just kind of like unattended, you're like, uh-oh. Like that is
Also, snakes.
okay, yes, snakes. I would agree with
Yeah.
that. I guess snake
Like
can
it,
bite me.
yeah, it's the things that aren't even gonna eat you if they kill you. They're just gonna kill you in self-defense and run away.
I always get nervous around bees and wasps. I'm not terrified of them, but I'm always like, oh, it's a bee. It'll sting me.
Yep,
Not
sting
a,
the hell out of you.
not a fan of that. I used to be really afraid of bees, and now I'm just startled of bees.
And
Like I'm
then
like,
I played Metal Gear Solid 3
yeah, that he was the
and
bees.
realized everyone's afraid of bees.
Yeah.
I've never
Well,
been afraid of bees and wasps. You just don't mess with them.
well, it's just the idea that like this little thing's gonna sting you and it's gonna hurt. I don't
It's
like
it's
it.
gotten to like if we go to like our crappy little apartment pool, like if a wasp is flying around, Kelsey does not like it, and she's not like running, but she's like weary of it.
That's my opinion. I'm like, ah.
But if there's one drowning in the water, she tells me to save it.
Nah,
I
that's
like
the
that.
dichotomy. I love it.
It's kind of terrifying though. Like they'll just land on the surface of the water because they don't break the water surface tension.
Yeah.
And so like, okay, you just get your little drink on
Yeah, it's doing it.
over there,
Drink
not
that
over here.
chlorine. Sip it up. Get that spicy water.
I think we have a saltwater pool.
Mmm, delicious.
Oh, okay. Damn, I love saltwater pools.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Do it because it's easier to maintain than a chlorine pool.
Okay, like it makes sense because yeah, you just have to like keep just dump some salt in there. I don't know how would it like corrode like the pipes and stuff, or just doesn't it? Like I
Well,
guess
the water in Texas is hard as fuck anyway.
Yeah.
yeah. See, like I don't know how pipes work or plumbing. I'm not Mario. I just
I'm
assume
not sure how much like salt you have to like put into it. It probably isn't that much though.
it's just enough to kill the algae.
Yeah.
And then hopefully you don't get like the saltwater algae because some guy like keeps it like some filthy man brings it from the ocean to the pool.
Yeah.
And then you gotta chlorine out the salt water.
Ugh.
But yeah, that is interesting. I never thought of that. Get that burning. I don't know. I haven't been to a pool in like forever. I haven't felt the need. The need to swim.
Ours is very small, but it has the benefit of no one ever goes to it,
Okay,
like every apartment pool.
oh man, that's always sick. I always feel like now that's the kind of pool you want to go to where you're like, is this like our pool? Because no one's going to it. Like you'll see in like either like the gated communities or yeah some apartment complexes where there's like a pool and you'll be like there's just no one ever in it and you're like huh why don't I just go there?
Hey Kevin, you should really like come by at like the end of this month. Our lease ends then too, but like you should just like totally stop by, Kevin.
For what?
To help us move.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't know. I thought it was like a pool. I'm like, no. Oh no, not moving. Moving bad. Never. Never. I feel like I would just burn everything. Just burn it to the ground. Lobotomy Corporation, speaking of burning to the ground, is a really cool game. I think that game is incredible. I really like what it's doing. I like how they like the whole. It's basically managing your own SCP Foundation, and I really like how they deal with managing the monsters and anomalies as you get more dangerous ones. Where like it starts off, they have like basically like 4 different colors of like, do you comfort it, do you observe it, do you look at it, or do you reject it? And like each anomaly likes one better than the other. So you want to have like your agent like, oh, the bird likes to be looked at, but don't touch the bird. And then they start going into like the more advanced ones where it's like, here is the shadow that hides behind faces, and it will randomly go behind faces, and you want to go into the room when it's behind face 1 or 2, because otherwise whatever you're doing is going to fail, and if it's on number 5 you die. And there was like the bathtub that if you send an agent in there that's like not physically strong, it'll just reach out and kill them.
What's the deal with those robots that randomly showed up?
I think you just get random. I think you get random outbreaks. I think that's like how the game, because the game wants to have like combat encounters. So I think your facility will get invaded occasionally by other monsters and anomalies. So like I've had robots show up. I've had grubs show up. One time there's this little clown man who showed up, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you gotta kill these things. I guess it's sort of like the stand user way of the more monsters you have, the more they're gonna attract into your little base.
Yeah.
Which to me makes sense.
Yep.
But yeah, that game's cool, and I like the whole thing where like your base will ruin and then you restart, but you keep all of your knowledge and research and like stuff done. So it benefits to like, okay, now I know how this thing works.
Essentially, you like the containment breaks, everything's gone to hell, and you just leave.
Yeah, or you reset. And I think the game story kind of like takes that into account, because like your little AI anime lady keeps saying like, hey, you're the new researcher, but don't worry, things will go great this time because we have upgraded our like library, which is technically that what you did before the whole facility blew up. And I'm like, oh, that's neat. I like the game tells you what to do. Like the game,
I like it.
Justifies its mechanics. I did know when I was getting sold on the game that the whole graphical art style of that game in universe is a filter, because as that overseer, if you were seeing like what was happening in real like not cartoon detailed, you wouldn't be able to handle it.
Oh, it's like Galactus.
Yeah, so like it's like, oh, you're seeing like this kind of Flash man being eaten by the bathtub, but if you had like the live video feed of a human man
don't
being,
call it that's not a Flash man. That's a gotcha man.
okay, the gotcha art style Korean phone man being pulled into like the hot tub, or the lady putting on the evil ballerina shoes and getting an axe and then killing everyone. Like, yeah, that's going to be a lot more traumatic seeing a human do it than seeing like a cartoon Flash gacha man do it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
And I think that's cool. I appreciate that. I do not appreciate Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I think that game is highly overrated.
I've definitely played better this year.
I feel like that game makes me feel crazy.
I was gonna say, I think it's just not a game for you. because the people that game is for are the ones who just want to do all the exploring,
Well, it's not just
and that is
exploring.
also not what I want out of a game either.
Yeah, like it's just like well, it's like I'm playing that game, and there's stuff in it that's I feel technically incredible. Like the programming side of that game is like if you wanted to say it's game of the year for that, I might have to like I consider it because
Yeah,
like
and like the physics
well like
engine in it is
and how like all the crap like does save its position so you can use the rewind power and it will rewind things like even
yeah.
rocks and crap. And I think that's like really impressive on the Switch and it doesn't chug really. But like gameplay wise, it's just there's so much stuff in there. I'm like, are they playing are we playing the same game? Like I think the story is kind of bad.
It's one of those of like there's a lot of video game people who they play Zelda. That's the action game they play, and that's the only ones they want to play, and they don't know that like things like Devil May Cry exist or Final Fantasy 16 even exist.
It's what we would used to call the WoW omni gamer or whatever, where the person that just plays World of Warcraft, and then it's like, no, that's it.
I played my Zeldas. I played my Kingdom Hearts. That's the level of action adventure I want.
Yeah, and I feel like the progression is bad. There's like stuff in the game where like I think it could be cool, but because it's trying to like be an open world, I think the open world hurts that game more than it helps it.
Oh yeah.
I think it really hurts that game.
I kind of hate like getting into the open game and they just talk you say, "Hey, you know when you had to go to each region? Just do it again."
I didn't like it where like
Like
I did.
I don't
And
know.
there's like minor things the game does that I feel like are uncharacteristically like short-sighted. So not spoiler, but I got the Master Sword before I completed all of like the shrine temples or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And all the dialogue on like the shrine temples is like what's Zelda doing and where is Zelda and what's she doing? And once you get the Master Sword, you know what Zelda is doing and where she is.
Yeah.
Like explicitly. And they're
Yeah.
like there's not
So
even
you're like, I already know this information. Why you keep telling me?
They need to have different dialogue.
and not even like spoken dialogue, because this is like text. They could have like, oh, that's where Zelda is. Well, we better go help her. Like that would make so much like that one change would have made it like a lot less grating over like
So wait, so yeah, because the whole Master Sword mission, that's the little hieroglyphs,
you basically
right?
you find out like what happened in the past with old Ganondorf.
You also just don't tell anybody, which kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, he doesn't tell anybody.
But yeah, it makes Link weirdly manipulative.
Like you got all those like Sheikah people, and they're like, "What's going on in the past?" And you're like, "Oh, I know.
Where's our queen at?
Oh, I know.
Will someone tell me where our queen's at?"
Oh, I know what
Oh,
what
well,
problem
Link
you're
can't
having."
talk, so that's why he can't.
Yeah, if he was just mute, that would be actually okay. He's just like ah.
But he's not mute.
Yeah,
No.
because he does talk. It's just I kind of like. I feel like I'm also in terms of like in that game where like I want something to be a way, but then like because so for example, if you need to build a vehicle for like a puzzle, they put all the parts near you, which is fine. But then it also to me,
Not if you're Dark Side Phil.
okay, well
Nope.
not okay, well that's
What's
good.
going on? What's this puzzle?
Okay, yeah.
You
So
want to
like,
do it one at a time?
if you're not Dark Side Phil, like if a thing requires a vehicle, they put all the parts like right near it. But to me, that makes it worse because then you're like, well, then what am I gonna do with all my parts? Because shouldn't I be like, oh, I'm gonna be creative and build the thing. I'm gonna build the whatever to like. I'm like I have to transport this crystal and you put it on the Sky Island. And I'm going to use one of like my glider and my fan and make a plane, but they put like the glider and fan like right next to the crystal, so it's like, oh,
they're giving you modern Lego sets instead of like the old Lego book it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think it would have been better if it was just like if you unlocked a buildable piece and you just had it in your inventory and you could just spawn like one or two of them at any point.
You should play Mars Logistics.
I saw that game. Yeah, that game looks cool. Where
Yeah,
you just
because that's what that game
it's
is.
also Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I'll get back. Like I
Yeah,
liked Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, and that was the game where it was like, here's this challenge, build a vehicle to solve it, and I'm like, I like that game.
yeah.
But it would have been a
And it,
lot less of a game if you're just like, build a vehicle to solve the challenge, and here's the parts you need right
here's the
next to it.
vehicle unassembled.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Jeff Gershman has a good video playing that, and it's oh man, that's on my Steam wish list now. It's still in early access, so I'll probably wait until like the full thing comes out and gets a Steam sale. But
Like it's just all like the 10 out of 10s and like the fawning over Tears of the Kingdom I do not understand.
you know, a game I do understand the praise for,
What's that?
Dead Cells.
I haven't played Dead Cells, but is it good?
Yeah, like I finally got it because it was on sale for less than $10,
That's
or maybe
my point.
$10.
That's the good point. When you see a game that's under sale for $10, you're like, all right, let's
Yeah.
see what's going on.
It might be 11. It might be, but I think it's sub 10. And I think the sale ends. If you're listening to this, the sale ends tomorrow, so you got time.
Yeah, you get on there.
Grab it quick.
But yeah, I saw. It's very funny because whenever I started playing it, I saw Jesse had also just gotten it and had started playing it. I'm like, yep, we're both taking a little Street Fighter 6 hiatus to play this bad boy.
There you go.
So, have you seen Dead Cells?
Yeah, I know what it
gameplay?
is. I've
Okay.
watched it. I know what it is. It's like side scroller slasher roguelike.
And so like the action comes from you get different weapons every run.
Yeah. And there's like speed where like the faster you go, you can get like doors to unlock to get you stuff, which encourages you to do that.
Yeah, and if you kill like X number of enemies without dying, you get like secret like bonus doors will open between levels.
Yeah.
And otherwise, and it's also like a roguelike Metroidvania, so you have to do certain runs because like each stage has like multiple exits that will like spit you out to different next stages.
Yeah, I think like is it one of the first ones like a teleport or something, but it goes through like or something like that. Like it grows
Is the
grows
DLC on
vines.
sale too?
Huh?
Is the Castlevania DLC on sale too?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
okay.
everything for it is on sale.
Oh, nice.
Don't
good.
quote me on that, but I think everything for it is on sale.
Like even just the base game is worth it.
Yeah. Also, Kevin, so you should play you should play the Vampire Survivor DLC, because, like, it's not narrative, but, like, the new Japan level is, like, a narrative level in terms of Vampire Survivor.
Okay, I know what you're saying.
Also, it's, like, $1.50 or something.
I'll lean onto that after I clean my current plate.
I was gonna say, realistically, I should just send it to you like I did Vampire
Nah,
Survivor.
you don't
so
need
then
to.
You're like,
Please do not buy me things.
no, because then you have to deal with like, fuck. Now I have to find another.
Yeah,
game
don't
to send you.
buy me things.
You gotta
Do
put it on
not
the
do
stack.
it. I'm saying now I will not buy anyone else things. You send me it. It's a one-way trip. It's like a black hole.
So what's your go-to weapon, Nolan, for Dead Cells?
Oh, I've never played Dead Cells.
Oh, okay. You just
Either. No. I just
Yeah.
know about it because, once again, same way. Just watch a lot of videos of people playing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Okay.
oh, that's so cool.
You just asked about the DLC, so I just assumed you've been
Yeah,
like,
because I'm like, oh, if the DLC's on sale, I'll grab that as well. If I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it.
this is one where like it's been on my wish list for a while, and I've been waiting for it to drop below
Yeah.
$10, and it's just like, nope, sorry, nope.
Oh, there's a couple like that on my list that like never go to like where I want to actually get them. Like what's one of them? Like RimWorld never goes below like $30.
Okay,
No,
no,
yeah,
so Dead Cells is $12.50. Dead Cells is $12.50. But I think it was one of those two where I was like, oh, hey, look, I still have a gift card from my birthday 8 months ago. Guess I should do something with that. Oh, hey, Dead Cells. Okay, so I think you can get all of the DLC for Dead Cells for $16.
Ooh, that's actually not too bad.
You can also get Bloons Tower Defense 6 for like $3. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't send me that instead of Downwell.
Well, that's because that wasn't on sale. Bloons, like when Bloons isn't on sale, it's like $10, and that is not worth it. Bloons only gets Downwell is cool, but Bloons only gets like on like to where I consider worth it when it's like under $5. Even
You
though
could get the real good game. You could get Fear and Hunger 2 Termina.
There you go.
Under 10.
That game's cool. That game's really cool. I hope you like Griffiths. There's a couple of them in there.
Peter Griffiths?
Yeah, Peter Griffith.
Yeah, Griffith.
Hey, Lois. My
Hey,
band
Dex, you're mine now.
I've had that
You belong to me.
that meme comic of like the wolf telling Guts to post like Casca's workout picture, post the eyes and the sweating emoji.
Reply to it.
Do it, Guts. He's like, ah. I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Look, there's only one game that's going to be Game of the Year to me.
Street Fighter 6.
It's no. Also that. It's going to be so good. No, but the one everyone's talking about right now, Baldur's Gate 3.
Hell yeah, Baldur's Gate 3.
The most D&D ass looking game.
They going in. They going in.
Genital customization.
Yeah, I'm saying that's to me, they go in.
Yeah, that bear is going in.
That bear is there. About. You can they have Larian are not cowards. They let you have sex.
Man, that bear.
Listen, they let you have sex with all sorts of stuff in Divinity Original Sin 2, like skeletons and lizard people. So this is just the obvious exclusion: is you that bear man in bear form. You get in there. Also, the character he's doing in that is like a vampire, which makes sense.
Oh, really, the bear's also impressive.
Yeah, like. Yeah. I'm just saying, go in there. I appreciate it. Yeah, they are not cowards.
We're really getting some good-ass games this year.
Yeah. Apparently, like, the Activision Blizzard deal, quote-unquote, breaking news is, like, advancing. I don't know legally if there's legal stuff still in the way or whatever. I hope it doesn't happen because I hate monopolies and things. Because it will ruin it.
I legally want both companies to die, if anything.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it'll actually affect anything.
Oh, well, it's... No. The only thing it affects is, like, I've had this, like, really intense craving for, like, an MMO. And like, I feel like I'm never going to get a good MMO again.
Nope.
No, never.
And it's like I'm like, oh, this is just so rough. And it's not like I have all the elements that I would get into an MMO separately. Like I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons online, not actually like Dungeons and Dragons tabletop, online, not the D&D online MMO.
Yeah.
But like it's good. I've been having fun role playing. It's great. And I have like video games that are like fulfilling like the actual video game part of MMO, but it's just like I have the peanut butter and I have the chocolate, But there's no Reese cup. There's no peanut butter cup. I need that peanut butter cup. It's not there. I have to make, but and the reason what, and I have like a scuffed peanut butter cup that I don't want to eat. A bunch of like homemade peanut butter cups, but aren't very good. They're too artisanal. And then there's like the Final Fantasy one, which I already finished. I don't really.
What about
It was good.
Warframe? Have you thought about Warframe?
I played Warframe for a while.
Well, it's a new season, so it's basically a new game.
Get out of here. Warframe has issues. Warframe like is cool until it's not. Because there becomes a point where like the game's like, all right, now you really need to know what our game's like upgrade mechanics actually work, and you're just like, oh, this is terrible.
Well, no, Kevin, if you want an amazing online game that you can play with all your friends, there's only one option. It's Destiny 2.
Oh yeah, Destiny 2. Hell yeah, Destiny 2. Oh god, Destiny. I never played
God
Destiny.
damn, that game is getting worse by the day.
I hear some bad stuff. Like I've never heard anything good about Destiny people. Like the phrase used to be like WoW players were mazed because they were trapped in the maze but did not want to leave it.
Mhm.
And I feel like Destiny is like one level above because I think like I have never seen anyone say anything positive about Destiny for more than like 2 weeks, and they're like, God, I hate this game. I hate everything about it. And then they're doing all like their weeklies. Like I gotta do my.
Yeah, Destiny players are just trapped in an abusive relationship.
It is
like, I can't get
almost
out.
sad. I thought you were gonna say Genshin Impact, which is like, no, thank you.
People apparently liked that one for a while, though.
People still like Genshin Impact.
People like that one for a different reason than it's a good game.
People like that one because it's free Breath of the Wild, and then it has waifus in it. But none of the waifus are husbandos. I think are hot or cool. Like every character, I keep saying it, but like every character in that game looks like a Tales of whatever, like Tales of RPG.
A Tales character,
but like a generic one, not one of the cool ones.
One.
Like it's like here, I'm like, that's not one of the cool guys.
So I feel like that kind of for DNF, except they're cool generic characters.
No,
like,
the DNF characters are way more interesting.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like they're generic anime characters. Also, have you tried DNF as your new MMO?
No.
Why not?
I don't wanna.
What about Honker Railroad?
No, that's just a JRPG where it turns into buy the character. Like I don't like so as like there is this inherent like I don't like the free-to-play game that eventually turns into, well, now just buy the thing. And I understand, and it's slightly hypocritical as someone that plays Magic the Gathering. But I've been able to play Magic the Gathering without spending money on it.
Yeah.
But, like, there's something about, like, oh, the guy's deck is better and beats you than, like, you can't beat Story Mission 4 because you didn't spend $20 rolling on, like, to get the Ice Party member. I'm like, oh, that feels so bad. Because that's like what happened in Lost Ark. And why I really bounced off of Lost Ark. Where like, you keep getting gear upgrades as you do dungeons. And then the final thing is just, okay, you don't even get done bosses or whatever. You just have to buy it from the store. Like your gear, you just gotta buy it and then you just upgrade it. And you're like, ugh. Oh, and it's not even like 100% chance. So you have to buy like chances to upgrade your gear, and I'm like, this is terrible. I'm sorry, Korea, but you need to like you need to like fix yourself on your MMO monetization. I don't know what's going on over there, but it's bad. It's real bad. It's like off-putting, or maybe I don't know. There's just some like I
think I just realized that's the best way to make money, so might as well keep doing it.
Oh yeah, it's gambling. It's like it's like everything is it's like every system you're seeing like comes back to the Grand Pyramid scheme. Like everything is just secretly a pyramid scheme. Like, ah, son of a bitch. Like social media in and of itself is kind of a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yep.
like it's everyone's going to go on your website because like the top percent are going to be making some stuff.
So also, they're not though, because they're also not even making money for the people at the top anymore.
That's true.
Social media was only making money when Facebook was blatantly lying to advertisers.
Man, they're never gonna like get that. Like they have enough money to stop that. But that was the craziest thing when they're saying like how every like website died because they had to put video because Facebook was saying like their video revenue was like 1,000% more than actual.
Yep. Yeah, like literally like thousands% more.
So like every website was like pivots to video and then fails. Yep. And that's why we don't have websites anymore.
And I hate videos. I just want an article. I don't want, hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about X subject that you're interested in, and hopefully we'll cover the specific minor instance that you care about. Spoiler, we won't.
No, we will, but it's going to be like 10 seconds long.
And it's going to be what the Google already told you and was unhelpful.
Yeah.
Also, we got to make sure we got our minute-long HelloFresh ad in here. What about our NordVPN? We got to talk about that. So you have to be watching the video so you can skip by it. If you're trying to do something else, then you're just like, ah, hell.
Yep.
Hate it.
Hate it.
I really hate it. Good job on Skill Up by putting those at the end of the video. I really appreciate it. I like Skill Up. He's pretty good. I like that channel.
All right. Well, I gotta go, guys.
Anyway, have a good one. Bye.
Yep. Later days.
I gotta make sure I get the right button. Bye.
Yeah.